Dear students, I am Dr. Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Government First Aid College, Shira, Tumkur District. The topic of today's lecture is control of housefly, that is Musca domestica. It comes under paper 4, that is insect vectors and diseases. BSc 4th semester Zoology, Tumkur University. As far as the control of housefly is concerned, as all of you know that the housefly or Musca domestica, they are cosmopolitan in distribution, found worldwide and lives in close proximity to the human habitations. Because the housefly can carry many diseases of the humans and domestic animals, it is important to keep their population under low. Understanding their habits and life cycle can help to eliminate the most flies at the lowest cost in the environment. By understanding its life cycle, it is possible to control its population in that particular environment. The housefly is a non-biting fly measuring about 1 to 4 inches length. Adult houseflies have 2 wings and 4 lengthwise black stripes on their back side of the body. The abdomen typically appears checkerboard type. The abdomen is present, and usually it is a non-biting fly, measures about 1 to 4 centimeters in inches in length. These adult flies having the 2 wings comes under, since they comes under the Diptera, they are the true flies having the wings, and 4 longitudinal black stripes are present on their backside. As far as the life cycle is concerned, the houseflies live for up to 3 weeks and are active during the warmer part of the year, that is during summer season. Their population is more. An adult female deposits up to about 50 to 100 eggs at a time and about 500 eggs over her lifetime. The eggs are deposited on rotting organic matter or the feces which is present in the environment. They hatch after about 12 hours, and the larvae are what is called as the maggots. They feed on the organic material. That is the reason why they lay the eggs on their garbage and dead and decaying organic matter. So this organic matter serves as the food material for the developing larva or the maggots. A maggot passes through 3 larval stages and then forms the pupa or the cocoon. The adult fly emerges from the cocoon. The adult fly emerges out from the cocoon as an housefly and typically develops from the egg to adult within about 10 days. Within about 10 days from egg stage to the adult stage. As far as the control is concerned, there are 3 different stages. In 3 different stages, one can control the houseflies, that is cultural, biological and chemical methods. It is best to use all 3 methods in order to control the housefly effectively. The first one is the cultural method. In the cultural control means changing the environment to prevent the housefly from developing. That means, so whatever the environment which is present around us, that means outside our houses, the environment has to be cleaned. The hygiene has to be maintained. The best cultural method is to properly dispose of any organic matter such as vegetable waste, the food byproducts where the housefly might lay their eggs. So this kind of activity has to be cleaned around the houses. Place these materials in garbage bags and tie the bags securely. Remove all food residues and clean your garbage cans weekly. That is the dustbins, whatever we are using at homes, no? So whenever we keep the material, you should keep all this kitchen waste and vegetable waste in a cover, and you seal the cover. Okay, you tightly pack the cover and keep inside the dustbin, and this will be cleaned very often or frequently or daily basis or the weekly basis. Another cultural method is to keep the housefly out of the homes and business areas is by keeping the window screens and doors closed. Okay, by keeping the doors and windows are closed, or sometimes one can control the housefly by using the screens, doors and window screens. Placing the exhaust, that is the blowers, exhaust fans in the houses, so this can also prevent it from the entry of housefly into the houses. Installing the doors that open and close mechanically, automatically or mechanically, so that through the door it is not possible for the flies to enter inside. The sticky traps and ultraviolet traps placed around the home and the business places also can reduce the housefly populations. By placing the sticky traps and ultraviolet light traps, okay, sticky traps and light traps are helpful during night time, and sticky traps, they are operating throughout the day. Okay, hang resin strips, that is the fly paper in the infested areas where the population is more and there is a little or no air movement, that is resin strips. Excuse me. Place 1 to 10 inch strip per 1 10-inch strip per 100 cubic feet of space. Install the fly strips, that is the hang resin strips, no? So install the strips within 6 feet of the floor, because most fly activity is near the ground. The strips are effective for up to about 3 months or until completely covered. Install light traps. Light traps are also effective because these flies are attracted by the light source. So place them at least 15 feet away from the doors and other entryways and the darker areas where from bright light and sunlight. Place the traps at least 5 feet away from the food penetration or food preparation areas to minimize the risk of food contamination. It is important to maintain the traps. Replace the bulbs present in the traps each spring just before the peak season of fly activity, because the older bulbs lost their attractiveness to insects. So keep on changing the bulbs. Also clean them. One must clean the traps. These traps on a regular basis, because the dead flies are accumulated in the traps. So they serve as the food for other insects also. The second method is the biological control. In the biological control, the parasitic wasps, biological control, you all know that without affecting the environment or the ecosystem, one can control the housefly in a natural fashion. The parasitic wasp, the parasitic wasp and fire ants suppresses the housefly population. They never allow the growth and development of the housefly naturally in the environment. If you want to use this form of natural pest control, you can order fly pupae, that is parasitic the wasp and the fly pupae from insectaries in Texas or across the United States, so that the parasitic wasps are usually introduced in the area where the housefly population is small. So they never allow the housefly population to grow in that particular area. The pupae which are already infected with the parasites can be spread around the homes or the near where the houseflies are developing. Place the pupae in the areas where in the areas out of direct sunlight where they will not be stepped on. The parasitic wasps do not harm the people or the animal. The parasitic wasps, so what we use them as a biological weapon in order to control the housefly population. These parasitic wasps, they do not harm the people or the animal which are present in that environment. They seek out and kill the immature housefly. They are present in different stages of development. That is, the maggots and the pupae, they were killed or they were eaten up by the parasitic wasps, so that the adult flies population will be controlled. Lastly, the chemical control. When necessary, the insecticides, the chemical control by using the synthetic drugs, the insecticides can help suppresses the housefly population, like fly bites such as quick bite and golden marlin are usually sugar based and contain compound that attracts the adult flies. Once they come in contact with these fly baits and quick bite or golden marlin, since they are sugar based compounds, so they are attracted. Once they come in contact with these bites, so they are catched and killed. Flies that feed on these bites are killed by the insecticide they digest, which feeds on these bites. Many sprays are available, that is pyrethroid based insecticides can suppress the housefly in and around the houses. These products can be purchased at a grocery and hardware stores in the market. Be sure to read and follow the instruction on the insecticide labels before they are operated. So dear student, this is all about how to control the housefly Musca domestica in the residential environment to prevent most of the diseases which are carried by the Musca domestica as a mechanical vector. So this is the reference material along with the link given. Dear students, this is the time of COVID-19 pandemic. Second wave is being operating now. Take precautions, wash your hands frequently, use sanitizer, wear face covering or the mask, face mask, maintain physical distancing or social distancing, at least of about 2 meters between the individuals. Stay home, stay safe, save lives. Thank you.